Greaser, 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 O victim of environment, underprivileged, rotten, no-counthood. This is how Ponyboy and his friends the Greasers are mimicked by the socials in the book The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. The Outsiders is about a boy named Ponyboy and his group of friends who are more like family. The Greasers consist of Ponyboy, his brothers Derry and Soda Pop, and their friends Dally, Two-Bit, Johnny, and Steve. They are considered greasers, who are people that live on the east side of town, and they do not get along at all with the socials, who are people that live on the west side of town. The greasers constantly are getting into trouble or fighting in rumbles or just doing anything that proves their loyalty to their group. Pony and Johnny find themselves in a fight with some socials, and while they're fighting, one of the socials tries to start drowning Ponyboy, and Johnny tries to help him, and he actually ends up killing one of the socials. The two boys decide that they're going to run away, and they hide in a church, and a few days after being in the church for a while and changing their appearances, Dally, who is more like a older brother to Johnny, shows up, takes them to get some food, and when they come back to the church, it's on fire. There's a group of kids and their teachers that are there, and some of the kids that had actually gone into the church, and they are trapped, and so Johnny and Ponyboy decide to become heroes, and they go to help save the kids, and while they're in there, Johnny gets hit by a beam that's on fire, and it burns him very badly, and he's rushed off to the hospital, and Ponyboy gets a few bruises, but it's for the most part okay, and he gets to go home to his brothers. Later that night, there's a rumble between the socials and the greasers, and it involves every group of greasers in it, and Dally and Ponyboy are there, but they end up leaving and going to see Johnny in the hospital, and later that night, Ponyboy ends up learning many things. When I first read the book, I was in high school, and it's probably one of my favorite books that we read in high school, if not the only book I liked in high school. I actually ended up getting my own copy. The author did an amazing job of showing what it was like in the past and some of the problems that people in the 60s had. And even though it's based in the 60s, people nowadays, I think, can find relatable situations and that relate to their lives. And so I would highly recommend this book to anyone who's looking for a good book to read. In the end of the book, after I read it, one of my favorite quotes is by Cherry Valance, who's a social, and she's telling Ponyboy that no matter what social classes there are, everyone's pretty much the same. And so she says, maybe the two different worlds we live in aren't so different. We saw the same sunset, which is just pretty much don't judge people even though they're different. You're all the same, and you should all just treat people the